In previous session, we discussed topic of collinear points. Suppose you had more than 2 points, they can be on a line. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss the topic of equidistant points. You must be thinking कि equidistant point क्या है? So let's learn the meaning of it first of all. Equi means equal, distance means distant, means we know that it is distance. So equal distant points. Okay, let's understand what do I mean by that. Suppose I am taking one point here, sample, which is A, and I am taking one more point over here. Let's say it is B, and I want to find one point which is equidistant from A and B. So let's say I am taking one point X over here. So it means that if I take this distance and if I take this distance, right, they are equal. Distance equal. Remember, this is what equidistance mean. Condition for equidistance, if I want to write in mathematical form, it will be what? I can write Bx is equal to Ax, right? Bx should be Ax, matlab this distance and this distance should be equal. So this is the meaning of equidistant point. Suppose if we are talking about the coordinate system, let's talk about the coordinate system. So coordinate system here, I have 2 points, let's say D, I have one point A, and I want to find one equidistant point which is on the x-axis. Listen carefully. I want to find one point which is equidistant from A and B and that lies on x-axis. Now remember, first session of the chapter, I told you x-axis. If a point is on the x-axis, what about the y-coordinate? What about the y-coordinate? It is 0. So that point will be on this axis, and if I want to find one point that will be somewhere, let's say around here, and if I connect it, this and this both distance are equal. This distance is equal. Distance equal. Remember that distance should be equal if I want to talk about point on the x-axis which is equidistant from B as well as from A. Now let's talk about from the y-axis. So let me take 2 points again over here. Let's say X here and let's say Y over here. So if I want to find one point which is on the y-axis and it is equidistant from X and Y both. So in this case, if the point is on the y-axis, what about it x coordinate? 0, right? Vice versa. If we are talking about the point on y-axis, its x coordinate is 0. So let's take an example. Let's say it will be somewhere around here. So this distance and this distance will be equal, right? Distance equal. Remember the condition. When I say distance equal, condition what? In mathematical form, let me say as P over here and M over here. So if I want to write equal condition for this, mathematical condition for this, that will be BM is equal to AM for this x-axis. Remember, this equation you need to form on your own. Remember, you need to form on your own. It is not given in question. Let's do this one. Here it will be XP is equal to YP, and this point P is on the y-axis and this point M which is on the x-axis. Remember, so this is the concept of equidistant points. They are equal. The distance is equal. Either you take distance of XA or either you take distance of XB. It is equal. This is the basic idea. And when you relate with the coordinate system, and I am talking about the specific point, I am taking point on x-axis and I am taking point on y-axis. I have not taken the point in random manner. We will discuss that case as well. First of all, let's talk about this simple case. If the point is on x-axis, equation will be bm is equal to am. If you take another point x, that will also work, like I have taken in the first case. So that will also work. The figure will look something like this. Remember, we are not supposed to plot on the graph paper. I have drawn this for the purpose of understanding. So we come to know that this distance and this distance is equal. And if we do same for the y, yp and xp will be equal, right? So again, if you observe over here, we are coming to the formula of what? Distance only. We started from that topic, xp and yp. If you have coordinates of x and y and p, then we can find that unknown point. Same we can do if we have coordinates of b, if we have coordinates of a, and let's say m is missing. If I want the coordinates of m, what will it be? It will be x comma 0. Why x comma 0? Remember again, if the point is on the x-axis, y coordinate is 0. And if I want the coordinate of p, what could it be? I think this will be easy for you, because see, if it is on the y-axis, x coordinate is 0. So first 0, then y. Simple, right? These are our assumptions when this kind of questions are being asked. If the point is on the x-axis and if it is equidistant, then we will take x comma 0. And if the point is on the y-axis and the case of equidistant, then we are going to take 0 comma y. Remember, this kind of questions are being asked for 1 mark or 2 mark. Very easy and important as well. Understand the concept properly. Let's move to the question now. Find a point on x-axis. Very important. It is given. We need to find the point on x-axis, right, which is equidistant from the point 7, 6 and minus 3, 4. Okay. So what informations do we need, right, to solve this sum? We need 2 points A and B. It's given over here, 7, 6 and minus 3, 4. Done. Okay. 2 points are given. And where do we want to find? We want to find that point on x-axis. We want to find the point on x-axis. X-axis means we are going to take x comma 0. We are going to take x comma 0 because it is on the x-axis. We cannot take 0 comma y because that point will be on the y-axis. So let's start. I will be taking, let's say, A 7, 6 and B minus 3, 4. Simple. Now let me take that point on x-axis. Let's take as x. Point on x-axis. So that will be x comma 0. Now we need to use the condition for equidistant. Equidistant condition is bx is equal to ax, or you can also write ax is equal to bx. Both are correct. Let's write this one only. Ax is equal to bx. Right. Now you can see we are going to use two different distance formula and we are going to equate them. So distance formula for ax and distance formula for bx, we need to use that one. Okay. So before we move on, I want to explain one more thing, that if we see the formula of distance, it is in the form of square root and it is difficult for us. So what will I do? Before I proceed only, I am going to do square on both of the sides. Why? Because square root will be removed in that case. So whenever you get this kind of situation, make sure that you do square at the start of it, so you don't get confused at how to solve it. Square at the start of it, square root removed, you will be having identities a minus b whole square, or maybe you will be having numbers like 2 minus 3. Very simple to do. So it is easy to solve those questions, right, rather than this condition. So let's do square at the start of it. So if I do square, that will be ax square is equal to bx square. Simple. Now you can do one thing, you can write formula of distance on left hand side and right hand side, then you get the answer. Or you can do separate as well. you get the formula of ax square, simplify, then you substitute. You take the formula of bx square, get the answer, then you substitute. Both ways are okay. Let's do separately first. I'm going to take ax square first. So let's start with ax square. Formula is x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. I have not written square root. Why? I told you I have squared it. So square root sign is removed. Now ax. So what's the coordinate of a, which is 7 here. 7 minus first coordinate x whole square plus here 6 minus 0 whole square. So 7 minus x whole square. See, this is the identity, a minus b whole square. So 7 square, which is 49, minus 7 2s are 14. So 14x plus x square. And here 6 minus 0, it is going to remain 0 only, and square of 6, that's 36. So if you can simplify at this point, go ahead and simplify. So you can see 49 and 36 we can simplify, and also arrange in the standard form, means highest power first, then decrease the power of variable. So x squared minus 14x, here 49 and 36, 9 and 6 is going to give you what? Yes, 15, 5 and 1 carry over, 4 and 3, 7 and 1, 8. So 85 plus, because they are positive. Now let's use the distance formula for bx square. So bx square is equal to x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Simple. Now let's substitute the value. B, it is minus 3 and minus x whole square plus y, it is 4 minus 0 whole square. Remember, y coordinate is 0 of the point on which axis? X-axis. Okay, now minus 3 minus x whole square. This is very important. Here if you see, one term is positive, another term is negative. Here one term is negative and another is also negative. So how to solve in this situation? Be clear about this, because there are chance of students are committing mistake at this point and they are writing negative. It will be positive. Why? Let's learn it. So here a square, then I am directly writing, let's say minus plus over here. Okay, then 2ab, what is the value of a? Minus 3. What is the value of b? Minus x I have taken. This minus sign I have taken with the x only. So minus x and plus minus x whole square. Then plus 4 minus 0, that is 4 square. So here 9. See, this 2 negative will become positive. Remember. So here plus 6x plus x square plus 16. 4 square is 16. So now let's simplify. Here x square plus 6x plus 9 and 16 will give you 25. Now what are we going to do? We are going to equate value of ax square and value of bx square. Let's write the conditions then. Ax square is equal to bx square. Value of ax square, which is x square minus 14x, then plus 85 is equal to x square plus 6x plus 25. Clear? Now let's shift all the variables on one side and all the numbers on the another side. So x will be coming over here, 6x will also come over here. So x square as it is, minus 14x, here minus x square and minus 6x, 25 will remain as it is, 85 will go that side, that is minus 85. Done? Simple. Now see over here, this plus x square, this minus x square will get cancelled. So x square term is gone. Now what's left? Minus 14x minus 6x, that will combine and will make what? Minus 20x is equal to 25 minus 85, 5 and 5 will 0, 8 minus 2 will be 6, negative or positive? Think negative. Okay, we want the value of x. Minus 20 will go into denominator, so x is equal to minus 60 over minus 20. Minus minus will be plus, and here it will be 3. So value of x is 3. Now we don't want the value of x only, we want the point. What is that point that will be equidistant from this 2 point? So that point will be x, x comma 0. So I can write that point is x 3 comma 0. So this is the point that will be equidistant from the point 7 comma 6 and point minus 3 comma 4. Remember, this is the case of equidistant point. You need to form your mathematical equation on your own. First of all, check the condition. Is the point on the x-axis or y-axis or somewhere else? If it is on x-axis, you need to take x comma 0. If it is on the y-axis, you need to take 0 comma y. So this was the first case of the equidistant point on the x-axis.